Well, we made it through the week, didn't we? TGI Friday. Thomas Miller, thanks for joining us. We got a couple of things that I thought were very relevant that we should discuss today, so we're going to do that and send you off into a great weekend. But we do have a square that we need to talk about today, so before we get to that, let's talk about the keywords, because I think that is significant to sort of set the stage. You remember yesterday, the number one keyword across the whole day was marriage, which we discerned can also mean, and of course, in addition to the traditional use of the word, can also mean just an alignment or a partnership. Now, adding to that today, so marriage is still up there. It's not number one across all the parts, but here are some of the keywords today. Power, and that's one of the ones that we're going to get to with this particular aspect that we're going to talk about in a minute. Also, commitment, ambition. I love that. Achievement, joy, energy. See, these are the improvements that we're seeing across these keywords. Now, here's another really significant thing, and you would only see this if you follow this every day. But the software Mastro gives these intensities beside each keyword. The keywords today, these ones that I just gave you, are 30 to 40% more intense than a normal day. Have you been feeling the energy lately? Well, it's showing up even on this little software program. So these are really powerful keywords. Ambition, encounters, sociability, birth are all very intense keywords today. So what is this aspect that we're dealing with that we need to be aware of? Well, at 9:26 this morning Eastern Time, 9:26, the Sun squares Pluto, 90-degree aspect. This kind of falls in line with this other thematic square that we're going to be dealing with when we move the Sun and Venus and Mercury into Taurus, which is this square back to Saturn. We mentioned this yesterday or the day before, but that's coming. We'll deal with it when it gets here. But right now, let's keep our eye on the present. And we have this square between the Sun in Aries, and we're going back now to Pluto in Capricorn. We haven't heard the word Capricorn in a while, have we? No, because we've been focusing on Aquarius and Aries. Pisces, Taurus, this has been the focus of the chart. Now Gemini, because the moon is in Gemini. And while we're talking about Luna, yes, all day today until 3:25 tomorrow afternoon, p.m., moves into Cancer, where it will stay until we talk again on Monday. So you have chatty, communicative, bouncy around, not landing on anything moon in Gemini today and for a good chunk of tomorrow. And then you have singing Kumbaya and burning white candles and doing your meditation practice into and through Sunday. In fact, that's a really good point. Actually, Saturday evening, Sunday day, great time to connect within. Okay, I just took a long country road to come back to the Sun in Aries squaring Pluto in Capricorn. Because this is a square, remember the setup is these two planets want to cooperate, they want to work together. It is about our soul's growth, but it is sandpapery, it is scratchy. So when we pull some thoughts of what this might look like, what it basically says to me is this whole paradigm of what we've been experiencing in Aries, and then the sextile with Mars in Gemini, and now we're throwing this on, it kind of adds to the hairball. So from a Sun-Pluto square, especially a Sun in Aries sitting right next door to Eris in a sextile to Mars in Gemini, which could kind of set Mars off, we add this Pluto element of, again, anger and agitation. Pluto, one of the Pluto keywords is another P, power. If you're learning astrology and you're doing the note cards that I've suggested, if you have your note cards for all of the planets and the signs and the houses, power should be on your Pluto note card. We think maybe the main keyword is transformation, but Pluto brings power to any setting that it enters. It also deals with the structures of Capricorn, like the fundamentals of government, structure, foundations, etc. It kind of co-shares that space with Saturn. So we also have to think about authority. And we could throw the elements of Aquarius that we've been studying and pondering of authoritarianism with that, and excessive force of power by authorities. We could also talk about revolt, which has been happening around the world, crisis, independence. So there's a blend of the Capricornian structure, the Pluto shake-it-up transformation, along with a piece of that Aquarian authoritarianism or control, the shadow side of Aquarius. Now, we are talking about an aspect with the sun. The sun moves approximately 1 degree around the chart per day. I'm pointing this out on the day of the exact alignment of 90 degrees, but this has been building for 5 or 6 days of the past, and it will fade out, wax, or separate from this exact aspect for the next 5, 6, 7 days. I tend to think that the crescendos of these, so in other words, the applying is the proper term, the waxing is what we use with the moon, when an aspect is ahead of us in time, is more powerful than when it is behind us in time, which is called separating, or, in lunar terminology, waning. And even looking at just yesterday's, kind of the predominant headlines yesterday, the United States sanctioned Russia because of past violations. There's this escalation with China over Taiwan, several different points of basically authoritarian kind of government control that are, these are new conversations, basically. And a lot of them have been in the headlines, really, within the applying part the last 7 or 8 days of this aspect. So it is something to be aware of as far as personal transformation goes. We've always said on here, just get on the right side of Pluto's intentions, and that is to powerfully bring to light and work on something that needs to be changed. So if something is identified in your life, a really great thing to do would be to write down 3 action steps that you could do to move toward working on that area. Don't just ponder it. Don't just write it down in your journal. That's not the energy. That's more lunar type of Cancerian energy for Sunday. Now it's about action. It is about the power to take big, bold steps in your soul's journey. So get ahead of it. Don't make Pluto whack you upside the head. Be compliant and seeking and searching what Pluto is trying to do. And when something comes up, maybe conflict with another person, maybe somebody reveals something to you, capture it, start working on it. Pluto will be happy. All right? It's pet the tiger, feed the tiger, all right? You guys have a great one. I am contemplating doing a special tomorrow, so you might want to check in, and it will be about the economy and some market stuff. It'll be a financial special if I end up doing it. So you might check back, and that will be on Saturday, a special release. I'm not promising it, but I've got some thoughts ruminating, and I might get them out. Okay. Have a great day. TGI Friday to all of you, sending my love from the Smoky Mountains in North Carolina, where I am in love with this place. You guys have a great one. Bye-bye.